afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Boston Red Sox. It's interleague baseball on the show. Nate Eovaldi, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
At the plate, Colton Wong. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Wong.
First pitch of the at-bat. In there for strike one, 0-1. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty. Dan, this team is playing well. They're getting closer in the division race. I guess my question to you, I want to ask you, did you find that you started to really pitch better as the summer months started to get hotter?
No doubt about it. Not only does his team start feeling better, but I think you get a good vibe starting to go throughout the clubhouse. You realize that the schedule is starting to wind itself down. Every game is more important. The bigger the game, hopefully the better you play. And this team's been playing some really good baseball lately.
The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position one batter into the game.
Into the box now, Tommy Edman, to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Eovaldi stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was selected in the 11th round during the 2008 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And that's the first out.
Adam Third, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Coming to the plate now, Paul Goldschmidt, and a chance to add to his National League RBI lead if he can deliver right here.
Yeah, not only is he driving runs in, he's also scoring a boatload. In fact, he leads the league in that category.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this is low, ball one. Wong leads off second with one gone in the inning. Not close. It's 2-0.
That's a pretty tough spot for him to deal with in the first inning. Runner in scoring position already, and now he's got the 3-hitter salivating in a good hitter's count.
Two-0 pitch on the way. 2 balls and a strike.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
Curveball misses here, so a good hitter's count now to 3-1.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first, but not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with only 1 away.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Paul.
So 2 men are on with 1 man out. And that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. Here's the first pitch to him.
Ball one, no strike.
Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
The 1-0 home. Runners are at first and second with one away. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And a liner foul into the seats down the right side. The 1-2 is taken for ball two.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Three-two pitch is swung on and missed. Strike three.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here's Matt Carpenter. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. The 1-0.
I know it's the first inning, but he better find his release point on that breaking stuff or he's in for a long day.
Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Working the plate is Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corners.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
The set and the 2-1, and it's fouled away. Two and two. Here it is. Fouled off. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
He's set. The 3-2. And he misses with it for ball four. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
At the plate, Dylan Carlson comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First delivery to him on the way.
No, inside.
2 out, bases loaded. Hit hard to the right side. And that's by him into right field for a base hit. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score. And the second runner will pull up stakes over at third, so 1 run is in, and the bases stay loaded with 2 away.
Hey, that's a big RBI single right there, D-Row. They lost the first game of this series, and they certainly don't want to fall behind and may potentially lose the first 2 games of this set.
Without question, Dan. Offensively, you're just trying to grind it out, give your team a chance, give the pitcher a chance to relax a little bit, even the series up, hopefully, and fight it out tomorrow.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Right fielder is on the run. 1 run scores. And that'll get over the wall, in fact, so 2 runs will score, but not the third.
35. Lane Thomas.
In now, Blaine Thomas, as he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. Bradley is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cardinals 3, the Red Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Number 62 is on the mound for game 2. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy pitched well this last one, getting through 7 innings in his last start. We'll see if he can turn in another quality start and pick up the win in this one also.
Now to the plate, Andrew Benintendi. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Red Sox, the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi.
And the pitch.
Nope. Ball 1.
Dan, D-Row, we take a look at this Cardinals ball club as they enter play this afternoon. They come in scuffling a bit of late, just 2-4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty V, and you know what, D-Row, now I guess it's time where you push that go button. You're getting a little sense of urgency. They find themselves in 3rd place, and if they want to be part of the postseason picture, it's time to get going and get going pronto.
Yeah, it's taken too long for this team to carve out any identity for themselves. They're going to have to find a way to get on a roll, offensively or pitch better. Something's got to change.
2-1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Fouled away. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it. So it's a backwards K for him.
Rafael Devers the next to bat, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball. 1-0. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. J.D. Martinez is on deck. The 3-1 pitch. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he missed with that one. It's ball 4. A 1-out walk here in the home first.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
One of the best hitters in baseball, and he does it with some damage, too. Lots of extra base hits. He's in the top 5 in the league in slugging percentage as well.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A ball and no strikes. Martinez is a prolific power hitter, and you probably didn't need me to tell you that. Doesn't matter what kind of pitching he faces, there's a lot of pop in that bat. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
The 2-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Another one sent foul. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Two balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Hit on the ground to third. Carpenter is there, and the throw to Wong, and the inning is over. Red Sox leave one. They trail in this one 3-0. Now at the plate, Tyler O'Neill, and there you see his righty-lefty splits and how they've played out so far this season.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Woo-wee! That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Split-fingered pitch that's by him for strike two. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Colton Wong will stand in. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. He doubled to open up the ball game. Now the pitch. This is line to left, and that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Up next to the Cardinals, the designated hitter, Tommy Edman.
And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. Runner back safely. Standing in now, Tommy Edman, as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. The 1-0 home. Softly hit down to third, likely no shot at two. And indeed, no look at second. He'll go straight to first and take the sure out.
Up next to the Cardinals,
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. Runner in scoring position with two gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. In the dirt here. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. The 1-0 home. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him his first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Now the 2-0 is in there for strike one.
You know, he fell behind 2-0, Matty, but he battled right there and got right back in this count. An aggressive fastball, middle of the zone.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Fly ball out toward left center field. Bradley on the run. He can't get to it. This one's down. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. So he's able to come through here with 2 away, and that's a good time to check out our RBI leaders on the league leaderboard. And as you can see there, he's holding down the top spot in the circuit here for the month of June. So Paul DeYoung digs in next as he'll ground the first pitch foul off to the right side. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And the splitter's in there as he gets ahead here 1-2. 2 out with the man at first. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he fouls this one off. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Cardinals 4 and the Red Sox nothing. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up a former Gold Glover, the first baseman, Mitch Moreland.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs. Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Don't be shocked if he doesn't go right back to that same pitch. You could tell he jelly-legged him at the plate a little bit, froze him, but just missed the zone.
And this is swung on and missed, and Moreland is set down on strikes for the first out.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective, and that's exactly what he did right there.
Michael Chavis comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And there's ball one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. We'll have to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit. We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Jackie Bradley Jr. comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Has a look, now the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Wong for 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Red Sox go down quietly. They trail here 4-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've already put 4 runs on the board, and they've done so by running up their opponent's pitch count. So he said he thinks they're going to have a lot more opportunities to score because of that as the game goes on.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Digging in now will be Matt Carpenter. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score.
Matt Carpenter.
First delivery to him on the way. Oh, a fastball just about undressed him there. It's ball 1.
Hey, let's not sugarcoat it. He's had a rough couple innings. He's going to have to find a way, whether it be mechanically or mentally, to be able to stay in this game.
First 2 pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Now here's the pitch. Skied into straightaway right. And he will make the catch while ranging backward as he just put the glove up and hauled it in for the first out. And with 1 gone, time for a check of the standings to see where the Red Sox place in the American League East. Standing in, Dylan Carlson. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. Inside with the fastball. It's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. High and deep to right. Racing back, the right fielder at the track, the wall, and it's gone as they add still another. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Here's the
Now
catcher, Yadier Molina,
Yadier.
as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball one.
Bases are empty. One man out. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Hey, after those two breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Lane Thomas waits on deck. And he can't connect with the 3-1 curveball, so that'll run it full.
Guess who tipped their hand? They were sitting all over a piece of cheese. He flew open on the front side.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Man, when you don't get a call on a pitch that good, you have to wonder if maybe it's personal. You can't blame him for being angry, but he's got to find a way to move on and focus on the next batter.
Digging in to try it again. Lane Thomas, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. And that misses for ball 1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Runners on first with one down. That evens it up 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. And some action now in the Boston bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Now the 2-1 is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92. You can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
To the plate now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. The 1-0. The swing and a miss, strike 1.
Boy, he center cut that fastball. It comes in the high 90s, but that's a dangerous location no matter how hard you're throwing.
A runner on first with 2 away. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. But the Cards add on just a bit, courtesy of this solo home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's the Cardinals 5 and the Red Sox nothing. Now at the plate, Francisco Cervelli, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The windup and the 0-1. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know about that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box, Tyrone Taylor, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Ready with the 0-1. And they go away here. It's a called strike, 0-2.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
And it's fouled away. A runner at second, nobody out. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Runner at second here with 1 man out. 2 balls and no strikes now to the Red Sox left fielder.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
Lifted down the line in left, and this will wind up a foul ball. The 2-1. High in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. The 2-2. Lifted in the air out to right. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Man at second here with 2 away, and that brings up the third baseman Rafael Devers. First offering on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Outside with the cut fastball there, and it's a 2-ball count.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Too high, and it's 3-0.
If you're at the plate right now, you have to realize who's on deck. I guarantee you something's over the heart of the plate. You have to be aggressive in the zone right here.
He's set. Here's the 3-0.
You maybe get 2 pitches a game where all the guesswork goes out the window. This is certainly that situation.
2 out here and a runner at second. 3-2 the count for Rafael Devers.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Here comes the payoff pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that'll wind up a foul ball just to the right of Pesky's pole. He'll try it again. 3-2. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Red Sox. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Marcus Walden answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Colton Wong. He scored after reaching on a single in his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Popped him up. Cervelli is there. And that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the Cardinals, the designated hitter, Tommy Edman.
Ready for another shot now. Tommy Edman. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. The 0-1 delivery. One out, nobody on. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
And I'll tell you, this is the last guy in the lineup you want to put on base for free. He's probably feeling a little salty after getting drilled, and he's got speed to burn, so look for him to try and make something happen out there.
So a runner on first with 1 out now, and that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt. From the stretch. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. 5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. 2 balls and no strikes.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Here's a look over to first. Don't want to forget about him. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike. Grounded up the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. From the stretch, and he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Gotta believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
Line drive to center field. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this will bang up against the wall. Edman rounds third and is digging for the plate. And he's safe at the plate. And it's now a 6-run lead.
How frustrating is that, Dan? He tries to bury something in with 2 strikes, and this guy throws out a fillet of fish to the opposite field.
You know, sometimes you have to tip your cap. That inside-out swing as a pitcher, you think you've thrown a good pitch, but sometimes as a hitter, they put a good swing on it and still ends up for a base hit.
Paul DeYoung stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. To second now, but he's safe. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Number 13, Matt Carpenter.
At the plate now, Matt Carpenter, and he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. Well, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Yeah, good luck. But hey, a high fastball all of a sudden becomes really dangerous for a pitcher if it's not spotted above the zone. A little height difference makes all the difference.
And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Good waist pitch, 1-2.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
The batter.
Digging in once again, Dylan Carlson. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. From the stretch, a ball and no strikes. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. On the outside, Black. Good pitch called for a strike. 7 runs, 8 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. Called strike in a dangerous location there, 1-2.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Fouled off. Now another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Cardinals lead it 7-0. Here's J.D. Martinez. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
J.D.
Here's the first pitch to him. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Hey, with this big a lead, you have to just pound the zone and force this team to get aggressive in the box.
Now the 1-0.
Here we go. 2 balls.
Cardinals get the bullpen started here as a right-hander's up and warming. Two and 1 the count. To 2-2 now.
I got to count 2-2.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. Popped him up. Goldschmidt in foul ground, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting.
Ready now, Mitch Moreland looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far today, so he's been hitting his spots all game long. Remains to be seen if he can keep that shutout intact going forward, but I'm not betting against him.
So here's Michael Chavis now, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He'll check in with an average still south of 230, 6 home runs, and an even 20 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch, and that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. From the belt, the pitch. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Line to the right side. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Here's Jackie Bradley now, as it's grounded sharply to first, taken in by Goldschmidt, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Boston strands a couple. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. Settling in now, Yadier Molina. He'll start off the 5th in this one.
Catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball. Ball, that's out.
Well, that's another great hitting count here on 2-0. It's no wonder why they're up 7.
Here's the pitch.
No, that's low.
Lane Thomas will be next. 3-0 pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Now in the box, Lane Thomas. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. From the stretch.
Ball.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Two balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
Now the 2-0 home is swung on and missed, strike 1. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Moreland will pull this one in over near the first base dugout for out number 1. So stepping in, Tyler O'Neill. He went down on strikes last time up.
O'Neill.
First offering on its way. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
The batter, the second baseman, Colton Wong.
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong, as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Two and one.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Has a look, now the pitch. Fouled away. Here's another 2-2. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Reined in. On to Moreland, and they roll 2 to end the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they're still in control, 7-0. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he told me the quality of their swings needs to improve as the game moves forward. They're struggling to drive the baseball into the gaps right now, as only 1 of their hits has been for extra bases. That makes it pretty tough to generate runs, but he said it's up to everyone in the lineup to make the necessary adjustments. It hasn't gone their way to this point, but that shouldn't mean they can't put together some great swings the rest of the way.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. Now here it comes. In on the hands a bit with the fastball. It's 1-0. Counts even at 1-1 to Cervelli.
Hey, that's the modern game right now. North-south. Elevate that high fastball and bury stuff in the dirt. Completely different from the east-west we came up playing.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
The 3-1. And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Striding into the box, Tyrone Taylor. And after that quick walk, is it fair to wonder if this starter is beginning to show signs of getting tired?
Yeah, that could be the case, Matty. Sometimes you just lose your focus, lose your command, but it'll be real important for him to get it back as this next hitter walks up to the plate.
Here comes the first pitch. And a cold strike on the outside part of the plate. A runner at first with no outs here. Outside for a ball, 1-1. And here's one that misses as the count moves to 2-1 on the Boston right fielder.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
3-ball count now, and we were just talking about how losing control of your pitches is a telltale sign of running out of gas, and I think this might be his last hitter if he doesn't get him out.
And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
Here comes the Cardinal manager up out of the dugout out to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So the line score will show he departs after just 4 innings of work, and you know they wanted more out of him than this, as he won't even stand to be the winning pitcher here. Jordan Hicks comes on now in an awfully difficult situation, as there are 2 on here with nobody out. Andrew Benintendi will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed, as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. He's set, and the pitch. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. There's 1 on to first, and how about that? He comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play ball with 1 pitch.
That's a great example there of why the sinker is such an effective pitch. The hitter's eyes see it higher in the zone than it ends up, and that makes it real tough to square up.
So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Rafael Devers. First pitch of the at-bat.
0-1.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Dirt that time, but a good block there by Molina to keep it close.
Nope.
And that's ball 3 now, as it just misses below the zone.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Back goes Thomas. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Red Sox leave 1. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Ready once again, Tommy Edman. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
Tommy Edman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Upper part of the zone there, but taken for a strike. To first. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Digging in, Paul Goldschmidt. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Counts 1-0.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball 2.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Counts 3-0.
Paul DeYoung waits on deck. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Snatched out of midair at first base for out number 2.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Paul.
So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good swing. Just got to try and straighten that one out. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Up high. 2-1 now. All even now. 2-2. 2 out, nobody on. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Down in order go the Cardinals, and they hold a 7-0 lead.
Oh no, no, you don't wanna push me too far. Stay low, low, baby, you was messing with a star. I know, no, I can show you who I really are. No problem.
In now, J.D. Martinez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
1-0.
Didn't threaten the zone there. Looked like it might have actually popped out of his hand a little early. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. The pitch.
You got 2 balls, 1 strike.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Hard hit ball to second. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now back.
1 gone in the inning now. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Back goes Thomas, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
The batter, the first baseman.
There's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. The pitch. The 0-1 on its way.
The count is 1-2.
And he fouls this one off. Off the plate that time and a little high. It's even at 2-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 2-2 one more time is looked at, and the count moves full.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
And he misses ball 4.
Now batting, the second baseman, Michael.
Now at the plate, Michael Chavis. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 2 out with the man at first.
Nope.
And he lays off for ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. They're down by a touchdown, 7-0. John Gant comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. 7th inning ready to roll, and that'll bring up the sweet swinging Matt Carpenter.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
First delivery to him on the way.
Nope, that's down.
And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now. Gant is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both.
And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Always tough for one of these base umpires to make a call on a guy's check swing. It's not a great angle, and everything happens so quickly, so they really have to be paying attention out there. Looking at the replay, I think he got it right, so that's a tip of the cap for the Blue.
Dylan Carlson is the batter now as he looks at a bowl of 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Boy, you don't see that very often out of a rookie. That's a 2-0 count, and both of those pitches were really close. This guy has a pretty good eye.
Nope. 3-0. Waiting on deck, there's Yadi Molina. And that's low, ball 4.
The catcher, number 4, Yadier Molina.
Stepping in, Yadier Molina. Here's the first pitch to him.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Runners on first with 1 down. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Bradley is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Digging in now, Lane Thomas. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From the belt, the pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And it bangs off the monster. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
Every hitting coach in the league will tell you it only takes one swing of the bat to get out of a slump, and maybe that's what we're seeing right here. He's been struggling, no doubt about it, but he's able to lace this thing off the wall, and he's standing at second with some newfound confidence.
Into the box now, Tyler O'Neill, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Lays off again, and it's 2-0. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Two balls and a strike. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. Gone over the monster and out onto Lansdowne Street. So a 3-run shot to left center. 6th home run on the season for him as the blowout continues.
Yeah, he is kicking himself right now. He worked his tail off to get out of that jam and was 1 strike away from getting there, and then boom, all that work goes to waste. From 0 damage to a 3-run homer in the blink of an eye.
Here's Colton Wong now.
The second baseman, Colton.
As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 2 hits in 4 attempts to this point. Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. 3 runs already home here. Counts even at 2-2 to Wong.
Hey, this is one of those tough outings as a reliever. Just have to keep throwing strikes and believe sooner or later this inning's going to turn around.
Shoots this one over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the Cards strike for 3, all coming courtesy of this 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Red Sox nothing. So here now is Jackie Bradley, and to start out the inning, it looks like they've decided to stick with the same reliever out there, Dan.
They have, Matt. I think the way he pitched the last inning kind of inspired that. But it's not uncommon for relief pitchers to have troubles after they sit and watch their guys swing the bat a bit. We'll see if he stays as sharp as he was before.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Not close. It's 2-0.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Now here's the pitch.
Oh, that's out.
Well, I'll tell you, from where I'm sitting, it looks like he's starting to rush his delivery out there. Someone needs to remind him to stay back and let his arm get out front.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And that misses ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
So coming to the plate, Francisco Cervelli. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And there's one away. Striding in, Tyrone Taylor. It was a walk in his last trip. As a look, now the pitch.
0-1's the count.
One out and a runner on second base. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And the runner from second is in to score. The relay throw. Throw to third, but he's in there. As a run will score on the play as well.
He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0.
No, that's low.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
The 2-0 pitch. Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. Rafael Devers is on deck. The 3-1 pitch. Finds the zone to fill the count, 3-2.
Don't expect too many more high fastballs in this one. He is known for his sinker, keeping the ball on the ground.
And he misses with one here. It's ball 4. So that'll at least bring the double play into the conversation with runners at the corners and one away.
And with first base open, the last thing he wanted to do was give him something to hit in the heart of the zone. So no harm done. Force out anywhere now.
Ryan Helsley takes the call from the pen as he'll try to get the final 2 outs of this 7th frame. Rafael Devers will be the first to greet him here as he'll do so with runners at the corners and only 1 out. From the belt, the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove. Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate.
Boy, you know, in today's game, D-Roll, pitchers are being taught high velocity, go get ahead, strike one. Boy, that didn't work in that situation.
Yeah, and guys have such put-away pitches, Dan. You don't want to go super deep in the count. Find yourself with 2 strikes on you, and here comes a nasty slider or a nasty split finger. He had an approach right there. He wanted to use an ambush tactic, and it worked.
Hard hit ball to second, and that's through, a base hit. And the run is in to score from second.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in a scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Roll, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bad hit started.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Xander Bogaerts. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. In his career, Bogaerts possesses a slugging percentage above the .450 mark, so he's capable of running into one here. The 1-0 home finds the zone, strike one.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Helsley, a 25-year-old. He was a 5th-round pick back in the 2015 MLB draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
2-2 the count. And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
Looked like he was a little over aggressive there to throw that nasty curveball. Just needs to slow his delivery down a bit.
Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The batter.
Stepping in, Mitch Moreland. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Line hard. Foul.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
Man, the pitcher let the guy off easy right there. That 0-2 pitch wasn't even close. I'd rate that as a non-competitive pitch.
The 1-2. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. 8th inning coming up. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Red Sox 3. Heath Hembry enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is.
Heath Hembry.
Ready to begin the 8th, and striding forward the designated hitter, Tommy Edman. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Oh, and this one ran in and got him, and that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Wow, I'm not sure if he was looking past this guy to the slugger coming up or just lost focus. But now the big bat steps to the plate with a great RBI opportunity.
And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here's the first pitch to him. Hembry was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Nobody out, runner on first. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. It bangs off the billboard and it's out of here. A 2-run home run off the bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Number 23 for him thus far as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder, Paul DeYoung. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
At the plate, Matt Carpenter, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball one. One-0 count. Here it is. Lays off the fastball away, and it's 2-0. Two balls and a strike to Matt Carpenter. To 2-2 now.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Oh, look out. Hot shot to third, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, the right fielder, Dylan Carlson.
So striding forward now, Dylan Carlson. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball two. And there's the first strike. 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Over at the knees, and that's the second strike.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Waiting on it is Benintendi. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 1 hit, and the 1 hit was a big one, the home run. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Cardinals are out in front, 12-3. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and Michael Chavis will step in at the plate.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
And they start him out away with a cold strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Chopped to third, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
2-2 count.
Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole, and it's off the green monster. And the Red Sox have something going. It's a leadoff double.
No doubt about it. He was looking fastball all the way there, and that's exactly what he got. Got the barrel out front and just blasted it down the line for an extra base hit. Nobody out, runner in scoring position. Great opportunity here.
So now to the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. 0-1. Here's the pitch.
The count 1-1. Two balls, one strike. The count.
No one out with a runner at second. He jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Back goes Thomas to the track. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. The runner from second crosses the plate. And he's in safely at third. As also on the play, a run comes across to score.
Anytime the ball is hit that hard to deep center, you know it's going to be a tough play. The center fielder gives chase, but it ends up coming off the wall, and by that time, you knew it was going to be a trick.
John Brebbia is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 60, John Brebbia.
In now, Francisco Cervelli, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. His career numbers against this pitcher, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. One and two to the Red Sox catcher.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed. And what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
Into the box, Tyrone Taylor, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. And he pumps the fastball by him at 94. It's 0-2. A man at third with 1 away. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Not quite out of here as it's off the monster. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Definitely an aggressive approach here, down 0-2 in the count. Instead of shortening his swing and protecting the plate, he takes a big rip and is able to drive it deep for a couple of bases and an RBI.
Stepping in now, Andrew Benintendi, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Line toward the gap in left center, but this will hang up just enough as he takes it in stride in left center for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Here now is Rafael Devers. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there for strike 1. Bat explodes as this is popped up. Carpenter has a play, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 12 and the Red Sox 5. Striding in once again, Yadier Molina. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Ready with the 1-0. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lane Thomas. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get maybe once in AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
And a curveball that he didn't get on top of there. It's 1-1.
You know he's probably cheating on that inside pitch after he got jammed earlier. If you're on the mound right now, you want to try to hit that outside corner, and there's a pretty good chance you'll get him to roll over something.
The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. The pitch.
We got 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now back.
Stepping into the box, Tyler O'Neill. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles in that last at-bat. We heard that he has good power. That last bomb had to go well over 400 feet. He hit it a long way.
And he misses again. 2-0.
2 outs here, and the focus needs to stay sharp. You don't want that lineup turning over in an inning if you can help it.
I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high. Ball 3. Colton Wong would be next. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals, as the lead holds at 12-5. Giovanni Gallegos enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him a chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
First pitch of the at-bat.
That's a ball.
Off-speed pitch, just missed inside. Now the 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Outside with that delivery, and it's 3-0 now. Here's the pitch. 3-1 the count now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
Full count.
And could this be the start? It's a long way back, but the leadoff man is on base to start their final set of at-bats.
Well, that was a slider in a 3-2 count, and it just didn't tempt him enough to get a good swing. A good job of pitch recognition and knowing the strike zone to draw the free pass there.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Xander Bogaerts. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0-for-4 ball game right here. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
Into the box now, Mitch Moreland, as he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Just off the plate and high, ball 1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
Fouled off.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
Now another 2-2. Fouled away. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
To the plate now, Michael Chavis, as he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. So far 2 for 3 in this one. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Last strike now for the Red Sox. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Throw to first, he'll be in time to record the final out, and the Cardinals will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
12-5 is the final in this ball game. The Cards played in an even dozen runs to come out on top today. Jordan Hicks gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Nate Eovaldi worked only 3 innings in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.